Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Giants going up against the Texans.
Well, Larry, we'll have to go a long way to match the excitement from Houston last year, but this crowd is ready to give it a shot as we welcome you into our EA Sports telecast of Super Bowl 52 from Minneapolis. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Well over 100 million people watching around the world. Welcome to you all. Super Bowl 52 underway from Minneapolis. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Watson now on second down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Manning. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Halfback sent in motion. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Eli, not something you see a lot, sporting the wheels and picking up the 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. A shotgun snap for Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3-point. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First down and goal to go from the 7. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down, here's Watson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 5. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Miller. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. Steps away to his left. And some room to work. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw on third down, Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Trotted. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
I don't think there's any doubt that that was not a very good throw by Eli. And, you know, part of what happens is he's a little bit of a slinger, all right? He's going to throw it downfield and take his shots. And in this case, it backfired.
Worth noting, you remember 2007 against the Vikings, 3 pick sixes Manning had in that game, tied for the most in a game in NFL history.
They'll study his career. They've thrown the ball downfield a lot. That's where you'll accumulate a few more interceptions.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now out come the Giants. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now Manning to try again after the pick six. It's caught by OBJ. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Super Bowl 52 after this. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
To throw is Manning. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. A giant first down. Manning to an open Beckham.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken what the defense will give him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Manning now on first down. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Shepard will go in motion right. Snap comes at 1. Manning. Buying time to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Shepard will go in motion right. One final try now for Manning. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. So these two teams will head back to their respective locker rooms here in Super Bowl 52 from Minnesota, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Throwing now is Manning. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And the play clock's running down. To throw, it's Manning. A dump off here to Stewart. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First throw now for the backup Kaepernick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Little motion now from the tight end. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes, it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Again, it's Miller. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Clock. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 3rd down, Manning. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Flushed out right. Looking for Shepard deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 61 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. It's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Big hold of the 30. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Two minutes to go here in Super Bowl 52 from Minneapolis. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Faking the give. Now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go, Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! 1, 2, flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! 1, flex round! Flex round!
Watson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll toss it to Miller. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. It's Miller. And he's got room. Lamar Miller. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 55 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Dancing to his left. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again. Manning. Being chased out left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's Manning to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here we go. 1-0. 1-0.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston